All right, so keep on going here. Extend it up top. Way to drill. Okay, let's get to our address position. Okay,
Alright.
a few things that I kind of see here, just to kind of, and we'll let you kind of work on that just for a sec. Do a couple of those, but okay. Not so much wrist hinge, okay? Go a little bit flatter. There you go, okay? So for you, it's gonna feel like it's a little bit more like this instead of this, okay?
Okay.
Good. There you go. You starting to feel that now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Good. One more for me. Okay. So that was the big thing that we found out last week, right? Is
Yeah.
that you would get those that wrist in way too much in here, right? To start off with. So we need to kind of feel like it's more this way, just a little bit more out and away from you, just a little bit from your wrist set. One more time. Good. Okay. So let's kind of all right, so one thing I see here, guys, when I jump on in here, okay? All right, so that gives us an idea of what he's got to do with his wrist hinge at the top. We're going to talk about the bottom a little bit. The big thing is that, yes, we're getting a total of 185. The bigger issue is that we need to have a carry of about 180, okay? So
Yeah.
what, coming back to what I was saying, right? What you have in your mind of hitting at 190 or something like that, yes, you will roll out to 190, but we need to know what our cover is,
Yeah.
right? If I need to get over a pond or something like that, that's not going to help me very much, right? So a few things I kind of see with this setup a little bit is I think you have the ball a little bit too far back in the
Okay.
setup, so we want to have that up just a little bit in our setup to kind of get our launch angle up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. And you can see here that we really start to notice that the face and path start to match up here of going left. Okay, so we need to get this club going out to a positive for directional purposes, and we really need to, we really need to start controlling this face a lot more, and that's why I've got this little wrist thing here for us to start controlling the face. You have a bad tendency of whipping that thing over closed.
Okay.
All right, so this is really his big issue right here. If we can get this closer to zero, then we're going to start going straight. But the big thing is our face to path. Our club path needs to be out to the
So does
positive.
-8 mean it's closed?
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So that means if this is straight on, that's 8 degrees. It's,
Yeah.
if he left the face open, he could cut it, right? But he's got it so closed. All right, so let's go with this. Go ahead and.
Is there a factor like for every 1 degree over 100 yards that equals 6 feet or something like that?
Yeah, there is a factor to that. Like, I don't know the exact ratio, but for every degree closed or open past 100 yards, it's so many feet.
Right.
Right? So, I mean.
So multiply by 8, it's going to be a lot.
Correct. So you're looking at probably 80 to 60 to 80 yards left of your target line. I mean, that's not where we want to be.
Usually that's going to be in trouble.
Yes. All right. So unloading down some. So let's do this one, okay? All right. Go to your address position for me. Good.
Was that the choir of angels singing there?
Exactly.
That's pretty damn cool.
You're making it to the Holy Land there. Okay. See how you early released a little bit? And our
Yep.
exit path was way to the left on that one. Okay. Don't try to go so quick. Okay. There you go. Okay. So, do me one little favor. So, as you kind of get up to the top here, right? I want you to feel as you come down, this increases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Now, one last thing we need to kind of do here. Okay, so we start to work on our path a little bit too. Okay? And this, swinging out this direction, okay?
Okay.
Good. Okay. You see how much slower you're going now?
Yeah.
Right? You can start to feel some of the things that we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you go too fast is when things start getting out of balance for you. Okay. Feel like that angle increases closer to you.
Yep.
Give me about 3 more here, okay? Early release. There you go. One more for me. Okay. Try it one more time. Give me one more good one
Yep.
there, okay? There you go. Did you feel the increase there? I could see
Yeah.
it right there, okay? All right, let's take a look at the swing here, okay? Okay. Big thing is, I know we're kind of looking at the monitor,
Mm-hmm.
but look where our hands are now.
Yeah, well, so much better.
Correct. We're not way over here or anything like this. We're starting to see Now the one thing I am kind of seeing here, whoop, right, just a little bit here. Just kind of see, maybe I'll get the other one here. Yeah, so you can see the face is just a little shut, just a little bit at the top.
Okay.
Okay, see how it's kind of pointing up there just a little bit?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we just want the toe to kind of feel like it's hanging down just a little bit, okay? But the big thing is now we're getting that swing a lot shorter, right? And now you're holding your angle as you come through, okay? The big problem for you, right, is that you have a closed club face and then you early release your hands, which just sends the club face to the left.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right, big guy. I'm not going to worry about this guy right now. Okay. Does that give you some understanding or at least a good feel?
Yeah.
Okay. Of what we're
There's
trying.
still times where I early release and I don't feel it, but
Well, those are probably going to be the times when you see the thing going dead left on you.
yeah.
Okay, so we want to maintain that angle. Okay, so come on up here up to the top like you're doing. Good. Okay, and just feel like, and I know I've done this 1,000 times to you, right? So I kind of go like this as you kind of come down. It almost feel, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exaggerating, of course,
Mhm.
right? But that's got to be the feeling that we got to have, is that club's coming closer to your ear at this point instead of going out this way.
Yeah.
Okay, because once I start to do that and I come through here, right, then I'm going to have that face kind of closing on me rapidly. Okay? Good. Okay. Now, give me a couple swings here with the 5-iron. Okay.
All right.
Okay. And I want it just a little bit up of center, right? A little bit more up in our setup for me, please. That way we can start to get a little bit more loft. Okay? And just don't try to kill it. We're not trying to hit that 185 number. We're just trying to make some good contact and build from there, okay?
All right. There we go.
Got to get that club path out to the right, though.
Okay.
Get a little over the top.
Come on.
Club path is still a little over the top, okay? There you go.
142.
That's fine. Okay? So I'm going to try something a little bit different here with you. All right? I'm going to switch up the 5-iron. I just want to see how this feels for you.
This is another 5-iron?
Yes, this is another 5-iron. This is
Okay.
my 5-iron. So
Okay.
I want you to give it a shot, see what you do, see what kind of characteristics we get out of it, if anything.
Hey, your club sucks too.
Exactly.
It's always the glove.
That's it, man. All right.
Hit behind it. Does that ball position look better?
Mm-hmm. Much
Okay.
better. All right. Up in our setup. Good. One more for me, please. What did that feel like for you? Just in comparison compared to your own.
It just felt kind of heavier.
Okay.
And I mean, visually the face looks a lot smaller on this one.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, it's just a little bit heavier.
Okay. Give me one more swing here. Okay. Give me a couple swings with that guy, okay?
Hybrid?
Yeah, I think this is what we probably need to implement into our bag here. So I
Alright.
just want to kind of see what kind of numbers and height we get out of here. So we can kind of.
Oh.
There you go.
I have one left.
Do me a favor, we're going to loosen up that grip just a little bit. Weaken it up just a little bit.
Which
Left
hand?
hand. Left
Okay.
hand. Okay.
That better?
Make it as weak as you want.
Okay.
Okay. Make it as weak as you want. Time for me to get. So give me an honest opinion about that one.
It feels good. I don't know. It felt comfortable using. I'm just swinging way out to the left.
Okay.
Um,
The big thing, what I'm seeing here now, of course, it's a higher lofted club. It's a little bit longer, okay.
Mhm.
But now your club head speed's getting closer to what a 5-iron club head speed would be. Does that
Mhm.
make sense? Because
Yeah.
you're living in like the low to mid 60s with your 5-iron. Here, at least, we're getting up to about 70 miles an hour.
okay.
Okay. We probably want to be up to about 71, 72. about 78. So. Club path was positive. You gotta get that wrist, get that hand really weak for me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to take control out of the face. Okay. At least the face angle was positive. I like that. Okay. We're just slightly over the top. I'm okay with that. Okay. Time. Good job. Okay. Let's go back to our 5-iron now.
Thank you.
Yep. What did you think about that? Did you like the hybrid? Do you like the feel, the look? Some people don't like the look.
Yeah, it definitely looks weird.
Okay.
That was the first one I've ever. I think I tried one out at like a shop one time. But
Okay.
that was a long time ago.
Okay.
The shaft was kind of like, I guess, not as flexible as like an iron.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it didn't feel terrible. I just don't think I'm swinging very well.
No, I mean, for what your club head speed and your height right now, I mean, that's to be expected. I mean, you're on
Yeah.
part of where you're to be expected right now. Let's get in here. Weaken up that grip a little bit. Feel like it's a little forward in our setup. Okay. Now do me a favor. Stay right there and then point the club straight out towards me. Arms extended. Okay. Pretty well straight up and down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because when I see it, it looks like it's like this down there now.
Okay.
Okay? So do it again for me. I just want to make sure.
Tom, does that seem familiar?
What?
At the driving range the other night, I told him, I'm like, the club face is open.
Okay.
He's like, it looks closed to me, and I'm like, it's not.
Okay. I mean, it seems like it's a little too open, and that could be causing us to want to close it really rapidly.
Yeah.
Okay? So. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Just keep going, big guy. Okay? Good. Okay. I mean, I think, one of the big things I see here is that, the club path is a little bit wonky, what we want, okay? But what we need to do is we need to start adding height to the swing, right? It's 42 height, right? We need to have that probably up to what, 60 or so? Let's see here. But I'm sure it needs to be much higher than that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I think the big truth here is for today, right, is that we can see, yes, you can hit it 180, 190, right? But your carry
Yeah.
is not going to be that number, right? So I think that's kind of what plays into what's going wrong. So, for me, big guy. Up to the top of the stop, so I'm going to have to do this real quick. So I want us to get just a little bit, hands down, just a little bit. Give me a little bit of an angle here. Just
Okay.
a little bit more, okay? That will help with our height a little bit. The more I
Okay.
do this, the lower I'm going to go. The more I do this, the higher I'm going to go, right? There's a
Alright.
reason why you see guys in bunkers and they got the club
Yeah.
way down here, okay? So give me just a little bit of an angle there, okay? One more for me, big guy, and then I want, you got a 5, would you say?
Yep.
Okay, take a look at that as well, okay?
It's the same kind of issue.
Okay.
Low and left.
Good smooth swing right there, okay? But I think as you can see, the big issue here isn't that you can't get to that number, right? Is that your carry number isn't there. And if we had water in front of us,
Yep.
right, we've got no issue there, right? We've got no chance. Good. Let's take a look on the little video here, and then we'll switch on over to the 5 wood and take a look. Any questions, guys? Anything? Mhm.
How do you get the club speed up from 70 to 78? Is this just he needs to grow and get stronger, or is there something in the swing itself?
I think there's two things. I think if we can get one, you know, as I said, his wrists and hands to match up a little bit better, he's going to get more pop, right, and more height on it. The big thing is that at his age right now is that I'd be doing a lot of speed training, right? So I'd be getting those like heavier kind of clubs, swinging them as fast as I
I
can.
have that speed trainer thing. You know, it's got the weight on the very end.
Yeah.
I have one.
Absolutely. Get the training program that comes with it, and I guarantee you within, and it's not one of those things like it's, I practice once and the thing starts jumping on up, but after about 6 weeks, he's going to notice a huge difference in his club head speed and what he can play. So, I mean, it's not one of those things that just works for the driver. It's going to work throughout the whole bag, and you're going to go from, you know, hitting it, let's say 130 with a 9-iron to 145. You know, it's just going to start jumping up, and that's going to be going throughout the whole bag, as I said. So, yeah, at his age and kids that are playing in tournaments right now have got those speed sticks and all that, and they're just ripping it as hard as they can, right? And that's, you know, really.
I told him yesterday, I'm like, Tom, you have no speed, man. You gotta. I was like, show him like a girl. Swing the club.
Right. I mean, it's because there is, you know, as what they've told us about the speed part of it is that there's mental blocks in the mind that we have to stay at a certain speed. And when we start to use that swing speed, we start to break those blocks a little bit, and then we start to get faster and faster and faster. But right now he's got, you know, some blocks in his head keeping him at that same speed, right? But really what he needs to do is just needs to get some clubs, not even really hitting the ball per se, just get that speed as fast as you can, right? And then come in and start hitting balls, and that speed's already there. Does that make sense? But yeah, you know, kids that are playing in the AAGA or the Hurricane Tour and stuff like this, I had one kid that I was working with, and for the first 4 lessons for hours, we would just sit here and swing speed. And then he was off hitting it. Well, for him, he was hitting 330, 340. So, but, you know, those are the things that you got to kind of do to get that swing speed up, really. And I think he could do it too. All right, so why don't you give me a swing here, and we'll take a look on video, my man. All right. Do you Do you guys belong at a gym or anything like that?
No.
Okay. You know, probably a good thing to do is you know, all those guys are in the weight room. I wouldn't say bulking up, but at least they're, you know, pushing a little iron, you know, running, cardio and stuff like that, and that will help us with the later part of the rounds as well. Give me one more big swing, my man. And we'll take a look at it on video. Good swing. Good swing. Just gotta work on that club pack, big guy. Alright, we're a little tilted, but that's okay. We'll get that fixed. Okay, so let's take a look at this, guys. This is one move that I want to try to get out of for you, right? As he kind of starts here, it's kind of like he just lifts the club up and the shoulder goes down.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I see it.
Right. So we need to have a little bit of a lateral shift here. So watch John Rahm. Watch his hip. Watch his shoulder. It all kind of goes back for just a second. You see that? Okay, that's one of the big things we're not doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not huge, right? But for you, it's this, okay? It's not this, right? You're not starting like this, you're kind of starting like this,
Yeah.
right? It's borderline reverse pivot, but you kind of get like this and you get yourself out of it a little bit, but we want to have a little bit of a motion, right? A little bit of pulling away just a little bit, getting everything set on that right side a little bit. For you, it's kind of like this, and then we're down. And I think that's kind of contributing why we're not getting a lot of height onto our swing. It's because we're not really loading behind it as much as we are turning on top of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So that's definitely something I think we need to kind of work on here. So if you set up real quick for me, okay? And I'm going to grab this club here, okay? I want you to pull as hard back as you can. Here. Okay. Here, you hold the club.
All right.
Okay, you get down there and hold the club. Okay, you get to play the instructor. Right? I want you to do this for me. Watch me.
Okay.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, see how everything's moving back in an aggressive manner? For you, let go of the club real quick. Right? You, it's like this. See, there's no push back. Okay? Does that kind of give you an understanding of what I'm trying to get you to do there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Right. So there, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. You see it? I mean, it's a little bit more than what it needs to be, right?
Yeah.
But you can definitely feel that there's a lateral shift back just a little bit. Right? It's not a slide, right? But there is a shift back in that weight. Correct. Okay, good. So you can see that when we look at John Rahm here, right? Right? Watch John Rahm's shoulder here. Okay, I'm going to put a line right on it. I'm going to put a line right on yours. Okay, when he goes back, see he's moved about an inch away. Yours is just kind of going down, and that's when you pull it across. Does that make sense? Okay, so if I had to say, hey, I need to have a visual from you, right, from this, I want you to feel like your shoulder's going this way to start.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Right? When we see your shoulder, it goes into that line, right?
Yeah.
The beginnings of a reverse pivot, and then you're like, oh, I'll turn back behind it now, right? And really what's happening now, right, and why we're not getting a lot of loft on our irons and everything, you can see how shut that face is up there. Got to work on that too, right? But now you're just on top of the ball, right? You haven't really gotten and turned behind it. Does that make sense, big guy?
Yep.
Okay. That's the big thing that I see right there. Go back again. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our setup real quick. Okay, I'm going to kind of move you around here just a little bit.
Yep.
So what I want you to kind of feel when you start, right, is this. Okay, feel that? So
Yep.
if there's a line right here, we're going to move our shoulder away from it to start off with instead of going into it. Okay, once again. Yeah, it's going to be more of that feeling. It's going to feel very awkward to you right now,
Mhm.
okay, because you're used to doing this motion. Okay, but it's going to be much more of this. Okay, so
Okay.
everything's kind of moving back like this. Now you've got your weight behind it, right? Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here. I want you to move away from it. Better. Okay. That's going to kind of be more the feel versus real right now.
Mhm.
Right? Good. One more time. Feel like that shoulder's going this way.
Yep.
Good. All right. Good. So I'm going to kind of do this to you. All right. As you kind of start, feel I kind of pushed you just a
Yep.
little bit there. Sorry for the rudeness, but
No, you're good.
okay. But here you go. All right. I'm pushing you back a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. That's the big thing. Yeah. Okay. Better. So here we go. As we kind of start, right, it's going to be like this. There you go. Okay. I know it's a little exaggerated,
Yep.
right? But that's the feeling that we need to get, okay? Good. Good. All right. Feel yourself pulling away from there. Good. Okay. You seeing what we're doing there, Dad? Okay. Good. Okay. What does that feel like to you? Talk to me.
It feels almost like a sweat.
Yes. Yes, for you it would. I
Mhm.
like that. Okay. Right? For you, it would definitely feel like you're swaying away, right? Because you're so on top of the ball,
Mm-hmm.
right? But once we start to get our body moving, and it's just a little bit, right? You know, as I like to say, if I had a lawnmower that I'm going to start, right? I'm not going to just start pulling straight up, right? I'm going to give it a little lateral shift to get my weight moving, get my momentum going, and then pull up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, big guy? Okay. Let's keep going here. Okay. All right, feel that shoulder going back, right? Feel that little, what's going to feel like a lateral slide for you, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Now, if I went to a different player, let's see if we got Xander here. I think he does it the best. Probably. Okay. All right, so if we just watch his lead shoulder here, right? All right, see how everything's pulling away, right? It's not huge, but there is a little set back behind us, right, to start it, to go, right? And then we're going to drive that shoulder forward, right? You kind of get yours down here just a little bit, kind of across, not really where Xander's is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see how it's kind of right here?
Yeah.
Okay, staying really on top of it. Everybody okay out there? Okay, whatever that may be.
That way.
Okay. Oh, away from my car, I'm good with. Okay. Mm-hmm. little sway back, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what it's gonna feel like. Okay, boy, it's out of here. All right, give me about 4 or 5 swings here. Okay. And I want it, and I just, yeah, give me 3 swings here, and then I briefly want to try to go over, if we've got some time here, before old boy runs over everybody. To kind of give you just a little basic chipping technique.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so just feel like it's a little lateral shift for you, okay? Okay, see our height's starting to go up a little bit now, our speed's starting to go up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, takes time. Be patient with yourself, okay?
Yep.
But we gotta have that little lateral shift back, okay, to start us going. That's just what's gonna take time for you is getting back to it. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yep.
Okay, because you're so used to turning on top of it. Now you're moving behind it. Now you really got to laterally, get into that lead side and turn through. Okay.
Yep. That was kind of high. Oh, never mind.
It's all right. But I can see the club head speed starting to jump up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep the weak left hand grip?
For right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for right now. Just trying to get that left out as much as possible right now.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, good. That one's up to 57 high. Okay. As far as your irons go, or that iron goes, that's about been the highest so far I've seen. All right, now you're able to move into that ball. Look, the speed's jumping up. Good. Okay. Give me one more here. Wah, wah.
Come on.
We've all been there. Better. Okay. All right, so let's have a little talk about that, right? So one thing that we want to kind of work on at least, right? Get the ball a little bit up in our setup than I think where it was, okay? Just a smidge. Okay, the other thing is that we got to kind of feel like, for you, right, with that lead shoulder, we got to feel like it's getting back, right? I got to feel like I'm getting, moving back behind that ball a little bit, right? It's not swaying off the ball, but it's definitely loading into that trail leg here, right? And then allowing myself to really drive forward and then get the speed and height that I'm looking for, okay? For you right now, you kind of got this lead shoulder and it kind of goes down and then you kind of crank around like this, okay? You kind of cheat the program a little bit for yourself, but you still stay on top of the ball, so it's like this. So it's really tough to gain height if I'm keeping my sternum directly over the ball. Does that make sense? Okay? So let's talk about a quick little chipping technique, I think, which would help. Okay.
I get my 60 degree.
Yeah, I just want to see your setup real quick, and I'm just going to kind of move you around a little bit.
Chipping or pitching?
What's that?
Chipping or pitching?
Chipping right now.
Okay.
So if that's what you kind of use.
You don't chip with a 60, do you?
I'm 52.
All right, so
So my main little shot is just a bump and run.
Okay.
Play the ball in the middle of my stance. Kind of set up like that, close the face down a little, and then I lean forward, and it's just
Okay.
it's my favorite shot because of how easy it is.
So go ahead and set up for me.
Okay.
Just kind of see. Okay.
Maybe the ball's in the front of my stance, maybe middle, front.
Okay.
I bring this foot back and then open it a little.
Okay.
That's what he told me to do.
Oh, he's already blaming you. I can tell.
I can tell.
I can tell. He's already throwing shade on you.
I never told him to play the ball in the middle or front of the stance. I can promise you that.
Okay. here
Where
we
is
go.
it supposed to be?
Back.
Oh, really?
Okay. So let me jump on in there and kind of show you a few things here. Okay. I like that you got the narrow stance. Good. Check mark for that. Okay. The other thing is that we're going to play that probably off our left toe.
Okay.
Okay. And that way I make sure that I'm hitting it with a descending blow. Okay. The other thing is my hands are going to be in a very weak position. Okay, I don't want a lot of strength with this. Then that's going to take away the bounce that I'm looking for. Okay, so I want to have a very weak grip. Okay, I'm not worried about the fingers or any of that stuff. Very loose. Okay, it's going to be in the back of my stance. Okay, heels are going to be probably just a little bit more than a club width apart. Okay, come on in. They here? No. Maybe they're not showing up today. That's fine. All right, but here we go. Right, so it's going to be more the back of the stance. Right, I'm going to crowd on into that ball. I'm going to choke down just a little bit here. Okay, and really for me, what I feel like is I start it with the back of my left arm back here is where I kind of start it, and it's just going to kind of be like this, right? And then I like the part where you're getting here. We just want to make sure that we've got it solid right here to what I call release one, which is where the hands are kind of out here in front of me, nice and solid.
Okay.
Okay, so it'd be just like this as I kind of go. Right? Leaning forward, making sure that my sternum is 1 inch ahead of the ball is what I'm looking for. Okay? And then it's just here. There. You see how the club stays very close to my side here?
Uh-huh.
That's important. I don't want my arms getting away from me.
Yeah.
Okay? Once again. Set on up. Okay? Now, I don't want this too far back because then that starts playing with my swing path a little bit.
Okay.
I want my feet kind of somewhat square. This guy can be open to about 11 o'clock or so. Back of the stance again. Weight forward. Okay, I'm going to feel like the back of my left arm kind of moves for me. And then I'm just going to hit it solid. See how that club stays on my side right there?
Yep.
Okay.
So are you brush stroking like a putter, or are you actually breaking the wrist?
There may be a little bit of a wrist hinge in there, slightly. But it's very, what you're really gonna notice when I do this, right, is that the leading edge kind of matches my spine.
Okay.
Okay? I don't want it down, don't want it up like that either. Okay? So it's just kind of back of the stance, just as so. Weight forward, right? Down and through. Now my smash factor was a little high on that one. Okay? When I do this, I want to have my smash factor under 100. Okay, so these are some of the shots that I want to have less power on, right? So I would get here once again, right? And I'm looking to keep that under 100 on my smash factor. There we go, that's good. Oh, still hit it good. Okay. That's just something I need to kind of work on. But the thing is that once I start to get my smash factor to 100 with that number, right, and I start to get an average distance of what that is, then I go to the next club and I try to keep my smash factor under 100 to kind of go through there. That way I'm putting as much spin on it and not through. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Okay, so jump on in here. Try that technique for me. The person I would say to kind of study or look at is a guy by the name of Dan Greaves,
Okay.
English gent. One of the best, I think. Him and Stan Utley. Okay, so you're going to feel like that ball is being played off your right toe.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Good. All right. There you go. Try to keep that club close to your side. See how it's got a little pop to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Now, what I want you to try to do is do that same technique and try to get your smash factor close to 100.
Okay.
Okay.
Where was it? Is that 1.11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. There you go. Probably under 100 or so since it didn't register. Or somewhere around there. Alright, feel how softer that ball's coming off your face now?
Yeah.
Right, you can control that. Right, you can control that with spin or trajectory now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're 20 yards away from the green and then you want it to roll 20 yards on the green. Like, are you hitting a different club or are you just?
Yeah, I mean that's why we would probably be, you know, practicing. I'd probably hit like about a 9-iron. But you know, you wanna have a spot where you're hitting it, right? Where's my landing spot and where's my carry distance, right? And really the big part is that you just gotta go out and do your homework on these, right? You gotta go mark it off, you know, I'm 20 yards, I'm landing it at 10 yards, and it's releasing to, you know, 7 or 8 yards, right? And that's what these guys do so well with their wedges, right? Is they know within, you know, a yard or two what it's gonna be, right? So they know they're gonna have a 3 or 4 footer. Come on in, gents. Right, so they know they're gonna have like a 3 or 4 footer or what it may be, right? Now the other thing that we need to kind of remember about with the short game a little bit is we always need to be aware of, is it uphill or downhill? That's gonna affect the rollout, right? So
Yeah.
if I'm hitting something that's a little uphill, right, more than downhill, but if I'm hitting it uphill, I need to hit it with a little bit of a hook spin. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Because that hook spin is going to give me a little extra spin and roll out. Does that make sense there, big guy?
Yeah. Didn't Tiger say that when he chips, he tries to feel like he's hitting a draw or something like
Yeah, I
that?
think he did.
Probably. You know, probably. I know Jordan Spieth's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it just, you know, then you got people like Phil who's got the hinge and hold and,
Yeah.
you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. So really the basic thing is just get a good basic technique like what we're talking about here, right? And then slowly start to work with manipulating the club face a little bit. Put a little cut on it, put a little hook on it, right? But definitely the big thing I see with a lot of people with the uphill kind of shots is that they just hit it regularly and it spins and comes up short instead of having a little bit of that hook spin that gets through and gets up there and grabs.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, give me one more, big guy, and then we will call it a day. You're free in the world. There you go. Great job with the hands there.
Hey.
Okay? So, and this is something, you know, when you get on some of these machines and stuff like this, you can see that you've got a carry of 11 yards, total of 22.
Yeah.
So when you go out there on the course and stuff like that, depending on what the lie is, but you need to mark it off. How far is that? Is that 20 yards? Is that 22 yards? Right? And then start making our adjustments accordingly. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Does that technique look like something that will work for you, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week pitching.
Pitching, yeah? Schedule you guys up for next Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday, I'm sorry. Days are flying by.